Hi, and welcome back to the podcast, a space for honesty, awareness, and quiet growth. Thank you for being here and choosing to slow down for a few minutes with me. So, there's a line that changed the way I see life. It said, "You can never break a person who finds beauty in everything." And as I grow, mas lalo ko siyang nararamdaman na totoo. Pero real talk seeing beauty in everything takes work. It takes awareness. It takes choosing growth over ego. Because life won't always be gentle. People won't always be kind. And sometimes the smallest moment can trigger us. A tone, a word, a look. For a long time I thought it was always because of them. Because of what someone did or didn't do. Diba? Napapaisip talaga na dahil kasi siya, dahil kasi sila. But over time, I learned something that shifted me. Our reactions are reflections of our inner world. No one can trigger a wound that doesn't already exist. So now, instead of pointing fingers, instead of blaming, instead of being a victim of every emotion, I try to pause. I try to breathe. I try to look inward and ask, why did that affect me so deeply? What is this emotion trying to show me? What part of me needs understanding? And sometimes it's never even anger. Minsan nainggit tayo sa mga achievements ng iba, sa wins nila, sa timeline nila. Kahit kung magiging honest tayo, hindi naman talaga yun yung gusto nating life. We don't actually want what they have. Napadikit lang tayo sa comparison. That's where the ego starts to build up. Quietly, slowly, almost unnoticeable. Hindi mo mapapansin. Then it forms from pressure and insecurity. Bigla ka na lang mapapaisip, bakit siya meron? Bakit ako wala? Pero if you pause and ask yourself, gusto ko ba talaga yun? Or ego ko lang ang naghahanap ng validation, attention, or control? Then other honest question follows. Kapag nagpapadala ako sa ego, masaya ba talaga ako? Most of the time, the answer is no. Because the ego compares, the ego competes, the ego chases, but the ego never rests. And here's the beautiful part. When you start finding beauty in your own life, you also start finding beauty in other people's lives. Biglang nagbabago ang perspective. Instead of comparing, you start supporting genuinely. Instead of envying, you start genuinely celebrating others. Kasi when you're at peace within, you stop seeing life as a competition. You should stop seeing people as threats. You start wanting others to be truly happy and successful in their own way. And you mean it. Because someone else's shine doesn't dim yours. Sounds cliche, but it's true. Triggers are mirrors, comparison is noise, and ego is not your truth. So now, instead of reacting, blaming, or competing, I try to go inward. I ask, ano bang natatamaan sa loob ko? Ano bang kailangan kong i-heal? Ano bang parte ko yung ego at ano yung totoo kong gusto. And as we get more honest with ourselves, life becomes lighter. We stop taking everything personally. We stop assuming the worst. We stop letting ego run the show. At dahan-dahan, you start seeing beauty again. In people, in moments, even in things that are hard. You notice that everyone is carrying something we don't see. With that awareness, it becomes easier to be kind instead of angry, to understand instead of judge. That's when you become truly unbreakable. Not because life got easier, but because you've grown inside. And that choice, that inner shift, is real strength. So if you're listening and sometimes you feel triggered, jealous, or insecure, it's okay. You're human. But be honest with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't shame your emotions. Don't call yourself weak. Just start with awareness. You don't have to be a victim of your reactions. You can go through them. You can transform because of them. Observe, breathe, heal, grow, and one day mapapansin mo na lang, mas mapayapa ka, mas buo, mas magaan, and nothing outside you can break you anymore, because you've learned to find beauty in yourself, in others, and in everything. So thank you guys for being here. Until the next episode, stay aware, stay gentle, and keep choosing beauty. This is Mindful Chika.